Hello, I'm Sneha Koshi. A furious Congress has said it will seek legal remedy after the Supreme Court ordered the release of Nalini and 5 other convicts in the assassination of former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. The Congress party denounced the release in the strongest terms, saying the party and the central government shared the same view that this was an attack on India's integrity and a national issue. The Congress has also said it disagrees with the personal feeling of Sonia Gandhi on this matter.
Six convicts in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case to walk out of jail after 31 years. The court ordered the release of Nalini Sriharan, Robert Bias, Ravi Chandran, Sudhendra Raja alias Santan, Sriharan alias Murugan and Jayakumar. Of these, Nalini, the longest serving woman prisoner in India, is already out on parole. The Supreme Court ordered the release based on the Tamil Nadu Cabinet's decision in 2018 to set them free and on their good conduct in prison. The then Governor Banwarilal Purohit had refused to accept the recommendation of the Cabinet. So in May, invoking its extraordinary powers under Article 142, the top court freed one of the convicts, A.G. Pedarivalan, saying it was applicable to the other convicts. After that, Nalini and Ravi Chandran moved courts for their release.
Personally, I would like to thank Mrs. Sonia Gandhi's family.
We are happy. Actually, this litigation started sometime in 2006. Nalini ought to have been released in 2006 itself, because we have a special scheme for premature release of life convicts in Tamil Nadu. Suppose you complete 10 years or 14 years and your conduct is good, you are required to be released. So that's our scheme.
But the release has brought into focus the divide in the Congress on the issue. In 2000, Sonia Gandhi had intervened on Nalini's behalf when she was pregnant and her death sentence was commuted to life in jail. In 2008, Priyanka Gandhi had visited Nalini in prison.
Big learning that came from that meeting was exactly this, that I was still, though I was not angry anymore, I did not hate her, I did not, and I wanted to meet her, I was still thinking that I was somebody who could forgive her for something she had done, And then I met her and I realized, what am I talking about?
Today, after the top court order, Congress leaders openly expressed their displeasure.
Powers under 142 which nobody in the country has for the convicted assassins of a former Prime Minister. You have to give a lot of weight to all entities, but in particular to the central government, because this is not, all murders are horrible and heinous, but this is not a local murder in a locality in Tamil Nadu. This is a national issue.
The move to release the convicts was initiated by Jayalalitha, and Edappadi Palaniswamy's cabinet decision has led to the release. After the order, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, DMK Chief M.K. Stalin, has welcomed it, calling it a victory for the struggle for human rights and humanism. Despite political differences over their release, their 3-decade-long incarceration turned into an emotional issue in Tamil Nadu that they too deserve a chance for reformation. The verdict's other side, governors ought to abide by the state cabinet's decision. With Arvind Gunashekhar in Delhi, in Chennai, with Suresh, Sam Daniel, for NDTV.
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a 2-day visit to 4 states in South India, promising 25,000 crore investment in mostly infrastructure projects aimed at strengthening India's growth trajectory, as the Prime Minister tweeted. The timing, though, is interesting. Karnataka goes to polls early next year, and 3 southern states are at the center of governors versus respective state governments' political slugfest.
तो कनेक्टिविटी के लिहाज से वंदे भारत गतिशील था.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi flagging off South India's first Vande Bharat, connecting industrial hub Chennai to tech startup hub Bengaluru and tourist hub Mysuru, and also the Bharat Gaurav Kashi Yatra train that will take pilgrims from Karnataka to Kashi Prayagraj and also Ayodhya Temple, giving wheels to growth on one hand while rooting for religious sentiment on the other. Next was opening the Green Terminal 2 of Bengaluru Kempegowda International Airport, the face of sustainability and modernity, and then unveiling the 108 feet bronze and steel statue of Nada Prabhu Kempegowda, a Vokkaliga icon who founded Bengaluru in the presence of seers from the most powerful Vokkaliga mutt, Adi Chunchunagiri mutt. The community constitutes 15% of Karnataka's population and an important vote bank for the BJP. Less than 6 months to go for assembly elections in Karnataka, the Prime Minister also paid tributes to poet Kanakadas and also Maharishi Valmiki, whose followers are Kuruba or backward and Dalit communities. The opposition Congress challenged the Prime Minister to dismiss allegedly corrupt ministers of the Mumbai government they call 40% Sarkar.
भाइयों और बहनों, आज हमारा प्रयास है कि बेंगलुरु शहर का विकास वैसे ही हो जैसे नाड़ प्रभु केम्पे गौड़ा जी ने कल्पना की थी. यहाँ के लोगों को केम्पे गौड़ा जी की महान देन है. इस बसावट में उन्होंने जिन बारीकियों का ख्याल रखा है वो अद्भुत, अद्वितीय है. सदियों पहले उन्होंने बेंगलुरु के लोगों के लिए कॉमर्स, कल्चर और कन्वीनियंस की योजना तैयार कर दी थी. उनकी दूरदृष्टि का फायदा आज भी बेंगलुरु के लोगों को मिल रहा है.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a 2-day visit to 4 states in South India, promising 25,000 crore investment in mostly infrastructure projects aimed at strengthening India's growth trajectory, as the Prime Minister tweeted. In Tamil Nadu, despite political differences, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, along with Governor R.N. Ravi, who the DMK wants removed, was there to welcome Prime Minister, who addressed the Gandhi Gram Rural Institute at Dindigul. But the Congress tweeted saying the Prime Minister's South India visit is a direct fallout of Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra. But that photo ops are no match for walking and connecting with people. A meticulously chalked out strategy by the BJP and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Mission South just ahead of upcoming assembly elections in some states and also the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. While in Karnataka, out of 28 Lok Sabha seats, it's 26 for the BJP. It's pretty strong here. But as far as Tamil Nadu and Telangana is concerned, the BJP is trying hard to make inroads into these two states. And so, with this southern push. In Bengaluru, with Kumar, Shrija for NDTV.
And while Prime Minister is visiting states in South India in 48 hours, Congress has hit back, saying the visit marks the success of Bharat Jodo Yatra. Jairam Ramesh tweeted the impact of Bharat Jodo Yatra is already being felt. Prime Minister is now on a 2-day visit of 4 South Indian states that the Yatra has been through. There will undoubtedly be big photo ops for camera GV, but no antics can match the connect from walking with and listening to the people. And while Congress has been attacked for starting Bharat Jodo Yatra from non-election states, Congress leader Jairam Ramesh has said the Yatra may even go through Gujarat. And while Aditya Thackeray joined Rahul Gandhi at the Bharat Jodo Yatra today in Sena versus Sena, Lok Sabha MP Gajanan Kirtikar switched sides today, ditching Uddhav Thackeray's camp to join Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's faction called Balasahebanchi Shiv Sena. On the 18th Lok Sabha, members of of the 18 Lok Sabha members of the Shiv Sena before the mid-2022 split, Mr. Kirtikar is the 13th to go with Eknath Shinde, who already has support of 40 of the party's 56 MLAs and is in power since unseating Mr. Thackeray in June after a mutiny, which the BJP is backing. Interestingly, Mr. Kirtikar's move is not a total surprise. And as Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren's party JMM is arming a political fight back with the execution of two of its main promises made during the 2019 state election. In a special session, the Jharkhand Assembly cleared two landmark bills, one to use land records from 1932 to determine those who are local inhabitants, and another to increase the reservation in jobs and education for other backward classes or OBCs from 14 to 27%.
अब इस राज्य के आदिवासी, दलित, पिछड़ा, अल्पसंख्यक समुदाय के लोगों का जो आरक्षण है अध्यक्ष महोदय, कैसे सुनिश्चित हो, इसका सरकार को काफी गंभीर है और उसी के अनुरूप आज अध्यक्ष महोदय ये प्रस्ताव लाया गया है.
Again, Delhi may be breathing bad, some days choking, schools forced to be closed, but the ruling Aam Aadmi Party doesn't think air pollution should be one of the causes that the upcoming municipality elections in Delhi must be fought. And they claim they have a reason. Arvind Kejriwal has made 10 promises to Delhi's voters if they elect the Aam Aadmi Party in the municipal elections on 4th December.
पहली गारंटी है दिल्ली को सुंदर बनाएंगे, बहुत ज्यादा. आज पूरे देश में भारतीय जनता पार्टी डरती है तो केवल आम आदमी पार्टी से डरती है.
These range from removing the 3 garbage mountains to fixing the capital's terrible parking. However, the notorious air pollution found no mention in an election promise. Delhi is the world's most polluted capital city, but the Aam Aadmi Party says it's the centre's job as it involves pollution from other states as well. Delhi Chief Minister's announcement of poll promises comes just a day after the BJP released its Vachan Patra, making housing for slum dwellers a key political plank for the local body elections.
जिन लोगों की खुद की आज वारंट चल रहे हैं, जिनके लिए आज करप्शन पे वारंट है, वो क्या गारंटी देंगे? जिन लोगों ने कहा हम सरकार में नहीं आएंगे, हम राजनीति नहीं करेंगे, गारंटी देते हैं वो अगले दिन पार्टी बना करके आए. जिन लोगों ने कहा हम गाड़ी नहीं लेंगे, गारंटी देते हैं, उन लोगों ने गाड़ी खरीदी, आज सरकारी गाड़ी में घूम रहे हैं.
सर इसमें जो है, इसमें कहने का मतलब ये है जो कि पोल्यूशन देखो दिल्ली में कम नहीं हो सकता है, क्योंकि गाड़ियां इतनी हैं आज के डेट में, जो कि आप पोल्यूशन कहाँ से खत्म होगा. यहाँ पब्लिक है, गाड़ियाँ है, पूरी ट्रांसपोर्ट चल रही है, कहाँ से जाएगा पोल्यूशन.
अभी तक तो फिलहाल नहीं लग रहा. हर बार ऑड इवन का चलता है, अभी पता नहीं ऑड इवन चल भी रहा है या नहीं चल रहा, और कुछ नहीं होने वाला. ऑड इवन से घर से बाहर निकलना मुश्किल है और इसका असर एनसीआर में भी पड़ता है. आंखों में इतना धुंधला धुंधला, और दिवाली के बाद से तो और ज्यादा बढ़ गया ये.
जब तक किसान जागरूक नहीं होंगे, अब तो किसान क्या करेंगे बेचारे, पराली छोड़ करके उनको रबी फसल बोना पड़ता है, वो तो जरूरी भी है. उनका समय बीत जाएगा तो फिर कौन उनका हर्जाना देगा. लेकिन सरकार को इस मामले में पहले से प्लान करके किसानों को समझाना चाहिए, किसानों को हेल्प करना चाहिए और पराली खत्म करने के लिए व्यवस्था बनाना चाहिए.
For the Aam Aadmi Party, the MCD polls are a bigger prestige battle after it lost to the BJP in MCD despite forming a government in Delhi. While on the other hand, the BJP continues to fight anti-incumbency risks after being in power for 15 years. While both the parties have come up with a list of promises, none of them mentioned Delhi's very poor air pollution. In New Delhi with Vedant and camera person Xavier Thomas, Priyanshi Sharma for NDTV. And US Treasury Secretary has concluded her visit to India, stressing on the importance of India's G20 presidency that begins next month. She said US and India will continue to work to drive inclusive growth, address spillovers from the COVID-19 pandemic, and uphold the rules-based international order as the world's largest democracies. Her Indian counterpart, Nirmala Sitharaman, who she met this afternoon, has said India and the US will look forward to strengthening bilateral ties with greater vigor.
Our substantial and multifaceted cooperation through the Economic and Financial Partnership Forum remains a key cornerstone of our bilateral engagement. Our meeting today will lend greater vigor to our economic relationship, strengthen business-to-business links, and facilitate coordinated policy stance to address the pressing global economic challenges.
The world economy was still recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic when Russia launched its brutal, unjustified invasion of Ukraine. This generated an unwelcome shock to fuel and food prices and greatly exacerbated inflation pressures. But challenges like this help strengthen partnerships like the one that exists between the U.S. and India.
And back home in much relief, Sensex surges nearly 1,200 points and reached a 52-week high as global risk sentiment improved after U.S. inflation eased to the lowest since January and sparked hopes that the Federal Reserve would tone down its aggressive tightening stance. The rupee also strengthened to late September levels. Priyanshi Sharma reports.
Markets closed near a record high, a gain of over 1.8%. This after the United States reported a lower than expected inflation rate at 7.7%, the lowest since January. Sensex gained 1,181 points, ended at 61,795, while Nifty gained 321 points and ended at 18,349. The last time the markets were above these levels was in October 2021.
But experts point that the surge could be short-lived.
It could be very well a short-term reversal because Russia-Ukraine war is still going on and the fear of US recession increasing is still very much alive.
The rupee strengthened by 100 paise, ended at 80.81 per dollar, the strongest value of the rupee since late September. While it is good news, it poses a peculiar challenge.
If the rupee strengthens again, our exports will not rise. The government must allow exports to grow because exports means jobs.
Right.
And jobs have fallen very dramatically.
But a stronger rupee also means our imports get cheaper.
Central banks globally were raising interest rates to control inflation. If inflation continues on a downward trend, experts say that lower interest rate hikes can be expected, a factor that helped boost the market sentiment. But that might not be the immediate case for India. Today, Moody's said that they expect another 50 basis point RBI rate hike, slashing India's growth forecast to 7% from 7.7% earlier, lower than the Reserve Bank's forecast of 7.2%. The agency said that higher interest rates will dampen economic growth. US inflation is on a downward trend for the last 4 months. One side says that this might be a sign that inflation has peaked at the 40-year high in June. The other says that prices could just be coming down because of a lower demand on recession fears. Next, growth figures could make it clear. In New Delhi, Priyanshi Sharma for NDTV.
And industrial production figures now has grown 3.1% in September versus 0.8% contraction in August. Sakshi Bajaj gets us the highlights.
India's industrial production has grown 3.1% in September, boosted by mining and power sectors. While electricity sector output has grown at 11.6%, the mining sector witnessed 4.6% growth, and manufacturing grew marginally at 1.8%. However, economists believe that revival in manufacturing output is moderate at the moment and needs to reflect a significant uptick. They also felt that improvement in domestic consumption demand is really what will be critical for sustained recovery going forward for the economy.